Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Part 3. Part 3 of the Terra Luna extravaganza today. Now we are going to talk about mirror protocol. Mirrored assets. You know, like a stock that's not a stock, but it mirrors the price action. That's where we're going with this. And I really hope that you've been enjoying this series so far that I'm doing. And I hope you can hear the passion in my voice for this ecosystem. Of course, as usual, I will start with the wonderful meme of Do Kwon dunking the Luna, Bitcoin staring in the background, just being dusted by the king of DeFi, Do Kwon, who has brought so much good news, cheer, and gifts to the crypto world. And thank you, Do, again. So as always, as he's dunking with a big smile on his face, and all of the other peon coins down here looking on. Oh, actually, that's Chai and Alice. They're and Anchor. Oh, they're welcome. Okay, sorry, but Litecoin, they should be up somewhere in the nosebleeds up there. No, they shouldn't actually even be allowed in the arena. But anyway, let's get going and talking about Mirror, because Mirror got launched in very early December, sort of like silently almost. Like we didn't even oh, this thing called Mirror is going to launch. What is it? Next thing you know, it just took the crypto world by storm. And so what I'm going to do today is not explain again. As I always say, I am not associated with Terraform Labs. I am not a member of the Terraform team, Terraform Labs team. I am a passionate community member. I run something called the Nacho Research Lab. It's almost a charity, although it's not free, where you can come in and you can hang out with a guy like me and learn about crypto and stuff, and learn from all my mistakes and learn from my victories and join me in my victories. And we've been very victorious with Luna, thanks to Do Jordan over here. And so without further ado, let's get into the well, where are we? Here we go. The Mirror protocol. Okay, so this is wonderful. And what I want you to sort of lay hold of here in this video series is, first I went to, you get your Luna and then you stake it and the validators and how you can do swaps right on the thing. And then we moved into Anchor protocol. And the reason why I put Anchor second over Mirror is because I believe Mirror is a little bit more nuanced in the sense that it's a little bit more complicated in the sense that it has more moving parts. Whereas Anchor is very simple on its most basic level, where you just deposit UST and earn 20%. So I kind of wanted to put that second as an option that you can get your friends and family involved in too. They don't have to know how to yield farm and all of that stuff and all that DeFi stuff. All they need to do is get their hands on UST, which is one-to-one represented. The value is one-to-one to the US dollar, and then stick it in there into the Anchor protocol and earn at this time, at the time of this publishing, 20%. And this is just an amazing thing. But of course, I got into other things in that video. So as always, in these protocols, hold on a second here. Where am I going? In these protocols, right, there is always going to be docs, right? This is where we're going, right? Docs, right? For those of you who are out there, and again, the link will be in the description. What is the Mirror token? What are mirrored assets? What is governance, right? You want to read through this stuff if you want a thorough understanding. Now, I have read these docs, and I got to say, when they came out, I'm a little bit slow. I had to go over them a few times. I had to go over what CDPs, collateralized debt positions are, what minting was. I have a totally separate video on this on my channel that is facing the public. A lot of my videos that I do for the Nacho Research Lab are private. They're just for members only. I'm just trying to help the people in my group, the people that have put their confidence and their trust in me. You can email me and get more information below if you want to get in on the group. But you know, the bottom line is that, you know, this is a wonderful ecosystem. If you pay attention to my videos, I think that you'll get a good grasp on it. But you know, this is not comprehensive. You know, each one of these videos is 30 minutes long. So jump into the docs that I have listed below to learn more in detail from the team themselves, right, that put together the docs, okay? So let's just move on from there. Now, let's go to Mirror, right? So first, we go to Mirror, and we see the dashboard, right? So if I click on here and Mirror here, you'll see the dashboard. Here's the Mirror price. Mirror is the token, right? Just like ANC, ANC is the token on Anchor Protocol, which is built on Terra. It's built by Terraform Labs. Mirror is built by Terraform Labs, but it was a completely free launch, fair launch, which means that the team took 0 tokens. They basically just gave all the tokens out to the community, and also they're being given out for the people that bring value to the platform, such as liquidity providers, similar to what I showed you on Anchor. And we're going to get into that more, but there's a lot more options here to play with the money, okay? Now, let's look at this dashboard. And what I wanted to just point out, and this isn't a commercial on how awesome Mirror is in the sense of like, look how it's growing, but I've just got to point it out. We see volume just, I mean, from January, boom, 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 boom. Does this look like a growing protocol to you folks? Does this graph look bullish AF? I mean, this is insane, right? And then we've got the liquidity is just going up and up and up. Total value locked. It just since the beginning of December. So we got 3 months basically here. Almost $1.5 billion. Well, chances are you're watching this in the future. You know, you're probably looking at this at a 3 billion or 4 billion, or who knows? Okay, it's just just so good. It's so good to see everything happening here. These are just the last 24 hours. We got the current price of Mirror, $6.70. I bought a lot of this at 95 cents. I got an airdrop. I probably, you know, I'm not like a Mirror whale or anything, but I got a pretty big airdrop, and then I probably quintupled my position since then because I believe in this these protocols that Terra is building, and I'm just so happy that I get to participate and to invest in them. You know, I mean, you know, it's just amazing. And these are just the transactions in the past few hours. Yesterday, I noticed that the fees that they collected were like $170,000 or something like that. The transactions are going through the roof. By the way, these protocols are all available on the bridges. So bridge dot Terra. Oh, come on. Why isn't it coming up? Bridge dot Terra. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I fucked that up. Oops. There's a bridge. I'll put that in the description below too, where you can send your coins from Terra to Ethereum to Binance chain. More chains coming. They have bridges to everywhere. It doesn't matter where you want. Oh, you want to be on Ethereum and you want to play on Mirror? Let me show you. Just real quick. ETH.mirror.finance. Here's the ETH version. Okay, here's the ETH version, and here's all the APRs that you can get there. Okay, now let's go back. Let's go back to the Terra side. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the ETH side right now. I'm going to talk about Terra because on the Terra side, you know, you got really low fees, you got super fast transactions, and it's let's face it, it's just better. It's a better user experience, and all that. But by all means, if you want to buy on Uniswap, you could buy all these assets on Uniswap, on Binance chain as well. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how you can, you know, sort of you get your bearings in the whole Terra ecosystem, and then and how you can extract value from it for yourself and take advantage of all the opportunities that it gives you. Okay, so let's look at this dashboard. Currently, there are 22 different assets that you can purchase on Mirror, okay? And that starts with Mirror, as we just said, the Mirror token, which is a governance token. Mirror also earns whenever the minted positions close out. I'm not going to get into minting on this video at all. It's a little bit too complex. But for minted positions that get closed, they have to pay a fee, like a 1.5% fee on the collateral. And that gets paid in UST from the person closing the position. And then that money is used to market buy Mirror. So upwards buy pressure. I love that. I love that about this. Upwards buy pressure on Mirror. And then that gets distributed to the people that are staking in governance. So right now that's at 13%. I've seen this as high as 100%, believe it or not. So it depends on how many CDPs are being closed. And in version 2, I think it changes a little bit. But again, beyond the scope of this video, let's just say there's so many ways to make money here. But you see, there's my staked Mirror. I've got 26,000 of them staked there. I have a few more stakeable value collected from rewards. But let's just go back and look at that dashboard. The dashboard is here. Again, these are all the assets that are available. So we got Tesla, Twitter, gold, right? Netflix, Microsoft, the S&P 500, that index that was just added, silver, Amazon, Google, Invesco Trust, the VIXI, Alibaba, Apple, right? United States Oil, ETH. So we have ETH and Bitcoin on here as well. By the way, these are the only two that you can mint 24/7 because they're 24/7 markets. The rest you can only mint during regular market hours. We got GameStop on there. They added this because of all the hubbubaloo about GameStop and Wall Street Bets and Diamond Hands and all that stuff. Goldman Sachs, AMC, that was another reason they added with GME, because they were like, oh, we got to add this, right? We can add assets by governance. See this governance tab up here? Okay, this is how you get involved with the community. This is how you can actually help. You can socialize it. You can rally guys like myself to stand behind you because you want something on the platform or you want to see changes made. And, you can make an argument for that in the forums, okay, okay? And I'm getting a little ahead of myself, and it's very exciting when I talk about Terra, so I get a little bit all over the place, right? I'm like a rambling maniac. But trust me, this is just amazing stuff. Airbnb is in there and Facebook. Okay, so there's all the assets. Now, if you notice here, you can see the liquidity that they have. Oh my goodness. When I first started a couple of weeks ago, it seemed like there was 2 million, 3 million, whatever. Look at the deep liquidity that we're getting on some of these things. Tesla has almost $54 million of liquidity provided. And then if we just, let's just look at Tesla, and I just want to give this example, and then we move on. We've got volume, liquidity, right? This is how much of this stuff can you buy without significantly moving the price too much, right? We've got the Oracle price. So this is where Tesla was trading at the close of the market yesterday, right? So today's Saturday. Yesterday was the 19th. So this is the close of March 19th. I'm doing this video on the 20th. It was 651.92. Now, what's it trading at on Terra? What's it trading at on this Mirror protocol? Well, it's trading at a premium, right? What's that premium? 3.3%, right? This is how much it was up, I guess, in 24 hours from the previous day, from Thursday to Friday. You know what? Actually, I'm not sure what this number is. It might be what this has increased. I think it's what this has increased, though, with the Oracle price. Anyway, not important. The spread is right now is that the Terra swap price is greater than the Oracle price. Why is that? Well, there could be a number of reasons for this, but on the weekends, minting is essentially taking a shorting position. If you want to see my minting video, I'll try to put a link to that here, or search on my channel, and I have a minting video where I try to explain it. But I'm not going to talk about minting here. You don't have to worry about minting. I'm going to tell you how to make money without minting. But if you want to mint, you can dig deeper, pull back a couple more layers of the onion, and you'll get there. But what we have here is this trading at a premium. The reason is because everybody wants to, when you're providing liquidity to these pools, you're earning mere rewards for doing so, right? So everybody wants to get in the pools, and on the weekends, we actually don't have any risk of the Oracle price just totally shitting the bed. I mean, what happens if Tesla, and this happened recently, right? It was up at like $900 and some, and now it's down at $600 some. It's almost like a shit coin, right? You won't see Luna do that, but you'll see that Tesla, goes up and down, right? Mainly up, right? But on the weekends, we don't have to worry about this. So people are willing to pay a premium to jump into the pools. So they're willing to pay an extra 3.3% in order to mine, or let's just say yield farm. It's actually called yield farm, the governance token MIR. Okay, so anyway, that just explains why people might be willing to pay this kind of spread, or this kind of spread. Look, that's almost 6%. That's crazy. I'm not paying that kind of spread, but some people are. Look at this spread, 14.47%. 6. I guess on Monday I'm gonna I guess on Monday I'll probably be opening up a minted position here, probably with a bunch of money. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling before the weekend gets here, there's gonna be a pretty big sell-off here. Anyway, I wouldn't be buying this at this kind of premium. But let's move on and talk about how you can make money here. Okay, so here's my mirror page, right? This is my mirror account. I've got a couple assets here, not too much holdings, but you can see that the total value of my account is, it's over $400,000, right? So I'm not just a guy talking about, hey, this is a great protocol. Come, I got $10 on here. I've got some serious money on here, all right? This is no joke, because it works, and I'm making money doing it, and I believe that Terra has done as good a job as possible. Doesn't mean that it's not without it, doesn't have any risk. It doesn't mean that this can't be hacked. There is risk here. I don't want to make this sound like, oh, there's no risk here. There's always risk, right? These kind of liquidity pools and stuff, they do get hacked. It's happened on Ethereum so much. But, I know Terraform team would never do a rug pull or anything like that. This is total legit, top notch developers in Terraform Labs. So while they might not be perfect and there might be holes, there's great bug bounties and stuff like that. And they've had all of these things audited multiple times. Excuse me. So let's talk about what you can do here. Okay. So how do you get in on these stocks? How do you buy M Tesla? M is just stands for mirrored, right? So you're not buying real stocks, obviously, but you're able to buy stocks from anywhere in the world. You get exposure to U.S. equities. So that's one great thing. So a kid in Thailand who wants to buy Tesla, and maybe he can't afford a whole Tesla stock, of course he can't even get access to it, but he wants to get in on that price action and feel like he's part of the fun. He can actually buy Tesla stock, a mirrored representation on the blockchain, on the Terra blockchain, called mirrored assets, and he can actually buy a very small fraction of it. So he can buy, 0.1 Tesla stock. You can't do that in the real world, right? You can't do that through your brokerage, right? And a lot of people get priced out of these stocks, Amazon stock over $3,000 and so on and so forth. So this gives this is a democratization of giving people access to this price action. Yes, you don't get dividends and all of that. It's not a real stock. It's a mirrored stock, okay? So you just get that out of your head. But let me show you why this is actually better. At least at the moment, it's better, right? Here are all the things that I own, right? So I own Airbnb. I've got, but I'm putting these in pools. I'm not just personally, okay, as somebody who's a DeFi user, right? I'm not just buying the stocks to gain the price action, although I might. I'm putting these in liquidity pools. Remember in video 2 where I showed you I'm buying Anchor token, ANC, and I'm putting an equal amount of UST in the pool, and then what's happening is I told you there's a thing called impermanent loss, and depending on how much buying and selling, the pools sort of go back and forth. If you know, where it kind of smooths out the volatility and whatnot, and I put a link in the description about impermanent loss. But you know, the important thing to realize here is that there's an incentive here to provide liquidity, because remember, we go back to that page and we look here, this liquidity. Who's providing this liquidity? Guys like me are providing this liquidity. We're the bankers now, right? We're providing value to these platforms, right? And so that people can trade in and out of them, right? And I'm assuming that risk in there, right? And for assuming that risk, I'm getting paid a reward, right? And those are in the form of mirror tokens, right? Which allow me to govern this platform, allow me to receive revenues from the trading that's going on in the pools. It's not, see, the fees that are being paid to people trading in and out would normally go to some centralized company, and they stuff their pockets with it, and they go out and they light cigars with $100 bills and stuff. No, we're getting the fees now. You understand? That's why I'm trying to encourage everybody to partake in these systems, because you get the chance. Now, again, not without risk, but you get the chance to be an owner here. And this is such a beautiful thing that guys like Doe are doing. Okay, and he's not the only one in DeFi, of course, but he's one of the best for sure. Is giving us the opportunity to partake in such a wonderful system. And so I'm providing liquidity on so many of these different things. Now, if you remember from my last video, I took out a loan on Anchor for about $40,000. I took out a couple loans already, but I took out a loan for about $40,000 additional live on the not live, but you know, on the video recording. And so what I'm going to do today now is I got about $28,000 left. I'm going to show you a couple examples of how you buy stock, and then how you pool it, put it in the pool here. As you see, I've got about $220,000 in there worth of all of this stuff. And then, boom, 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 boom. Look at all the money you make. Look at all these mirror tokens I'm making at $677 a pop. That's $585. Again, this is since the last time I collected was like last night, and it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here now. So, I mean, this isn't even a day of my earnings here. So, let's get going with that. All right, let's get buying something, right? Let's get buying. I gotta open up my ledger, and then we get going. All right, you folks ready? You ready to have some fun? Ready to spend some money? All right, so what do I want to buy? Well, you might want to go to the page here. Now, personally, I don't want to pay a huge spread, so I'm just gonna buy something simple that doesn't have such a huge spread right now. So Airbnb looks okay. Oh, 7% there. No, I'm not buying that. ETH is only 1.4. I might buy that. Silver 1.4. Okay. So I'm going to give you one example of buying something and pooling it. Okay. And so we're going to do that. So I'm choosing to buy silver because the spread isn't that high, and silver is a really pretty stable asset. So I'm going to buy silver a little bit at a premium here. And for the sake of pooling it, at least for the near term. All right, so let me go to trade, and I'm on the buy tab, and you see I got $28,696 there to spend. I'm going to look for silver in the list. What the hell? Am I blind? I'm sorry. I must be blind. There it is. Wow. Okay. Nothing like no editing. All right. So I'm gonna buy This is a pretty liquid pool, I know. So what I'm going to do, remember, I took out that $40-some thousand loan, right? I took out that $40-some thousand loan. I've got $28,000 to spend. I know that I want to pool this, and when I pool it, I need an equal amount of UST. So what's the most I can spend here? Let's just say I want to get rid of this money and put it to work for me as soon as possible, and I'm okay with the 1.4% spread and what. So I'm just going to buy $14,000 worth of silver, okay, and that will give me 563 ounces at 24.7, but I'm actually paying 24.8. Hey, not bad. All right, so I'm gonna hit buy, submit. Hit submit. I'm waiting for it. Okay, pops up on my ledger to confirm. I click through. I sign the transaction. Boom. I'm just going to buy $14,000 worth of silver right now. So there's my. This is so beautiful. Do you understand? Nobody had to give me permission to do this. I didn't have to give a sample of my DNA to do this. I didn't have to talk to some satanic scumbag to be able to do this. I just did it. You understand how powerful that is? This is the future. Okay, now look. This is what I paid per, right? Per ounce. This is how many ounces I bought, right? Now look, I cannot send. Don't be stupid and think that you can go and claim this now, like the Comex or something like that. You can't do that, right? I am basically buying this, and I'm getting mirrored price action, and I paid $14,000 for it, right? But I'm not done, because what's my real goal here? My real goal is to get these. I want to get these mirrors. I want to start stacking up more of these, right? So you can see I already own Tesla and GameStop and all that, and some are doing better than others, but I have different amounts in them, right? I have like $46,000 AMC, I have $44,000 of oil. Well, now I finally own some silver. I think silver was trading at too much of a premium for me to buy before. So actually, this is a good opportunity that you caught with me live. So I'm going to go to pool. And then we're going to see my silver. Remember, I cut it in half, so I still have $14,000, a little bit more than $14,000 to spend. When I say spend, I'm putting it to work. That's what I mean by spend, all right? So I'm going to hit silver. I'm going to hit max. And you can see, like I said, I cut it in half, and there it is, about $14,000. I'm going to hit, and it'll show you the price that you're doing it at. The LP, remember I told you in the last video, don't worry about LP. That's just a representation of your money. Your pool share, I don't even worry about that. I don't care so much what my pool share is. And then you pay a fee, $1.50. No big deal. Submit. All right, boom, 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 boom. Click on through on my ledger. I showed you how to set that up on video 1. Confirm. Look at this. I mean... This is like heaven. So now I deposited my silver that I just purchased. Then I matched the value of that in the pool with another $14,000, right? And now we're going to go to my page. Okay. There it is in red. I didn't stake it yet. I didn't stake that LP. So I need to stake that LP in order to start earning these rewards, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I click on this. I click on stake. Of course, I'm going to select I'm going to click do all of it. It's only a 10-cent fee. Stake. And again, this thing that you keep seeing pop down, that I went over in video 1. That is the Terra Station Chrome extension. Chrome extension. You need the Chrome extension to interact with Mirror and to interact with Anchor, and probably anything else going forward in the future. Okay, so now I just confirmed staking it. Now I'm all staked up, right? Let's go to my page. Okay. Now you can see I have some assets here. I have some Bitcoin. I'm just going to sell this. I mean, I don't really want this anymore. I'm just going to sell it. It's only $10 worth. It's like dust. I just had it laying around, so I'm just going to sell it. Just get it off my screen. I don't like Bitcoin that much anyway, but I do own some of it. Getting rid of that. Okay, let's go back to my page. So I sold all that. Okay, so I got a little bit of oil here that I think I ran out of UST to do this, so I'm just going to go pool the rest of this. Take the oil that's left there. I got to match it with UST. I do have enough. I've got $725 left in my wallet, so I'm going to throw this into the pool. I'm going to see, you're getting to see what I do each day, right? This is how hard I farm. Getting my hands dirty now. Hoe in the fields. All right. So I just put that back in the pool. There should be a little bit left for me to throw into the stake. See, now I'm going to stake. See that? I'm going to just hit max, stake, submit. All right. Now you could go back and watch this over and over again and say, what's he doing? I'm clicking through on my ledger, which you can learn how to set up in video number 1 of this series. So it should be 4 series here. And now I have that my oil that was just sitting there is now, that little bit of oil that I had there is now properly in the pools and properly staked. Okay. Now look, this is how you claim rewards. Now I've got 86 mirror in there to claim. So since last night, and I'm still here in the middle of the afternoon, I made some money. I mean, is that a bad thing? Right? Do you want to do this? I mean, if you're watching this video and you watch this series and you don't get it yet, watch it again, okay? Because this is how early adopters are getting really rewarded. You understand? So now I'm going to claim rewards. I'm going to claim my $580 some worth of mirror. Now I could do whatever the hell I want with these things. I could go sell them. I could go flip it into Bitcoin. I could go buy more Luna. I could just stack my mirror because I think mirror is undervalued. Yeah, I think mirror is a bit undervalued, to be honest with you. So most likely what I'm going to do with my mirror right now, because I would like to own more of it, don't know what's going on with that number there. Let's get that to... So now I have mirror here, and you can see I have 120 of them here. Now most of my mirror is staked here, right? In the governance, and like I said, the governance earns the governance is earning this 13.69% via collateralized debt position closures, which is the minted position closing. Now that might be, you might be like, what did you just say? Well, watch my my video on minting. All right, that's a whole other can of worms. I'm not encouraging anybody to mint here right at this moment. So I could stake these in governance too. I'm just going to leave them alone because there won't be any closures till Monday anyway. So there's nothing I'm really missing out on here by just leaving these completely liquid. So you can see though, I just claimed my reward, so I've got nothing here. But probably by the end of this video, you're going to start to see rewards pop up, right? And that's part of the distribution of mirror, right? There's millions of mirrors that are going to be given out. There's a lot more in year 1. There's less in year 2 and less until year 4, until all the tokens are given out. So anyway, so that's how you trade on mirror, and that's how you pool on mirror. And the reason is you want to start collecting these rewards for providing the liquidity. Now, of course, the important thing to understand is you will need equal amount of UST for the stock. So if I have $10,000 and I'm going to just put it into one asset, and I say, okay, I'm going to buy silver or gold. I'm going to buy $5,000 of the gold, and then I'm going to pool it with another $5,000 because I only have $10,000. You follow me on that? I hope so. And then I'm going to stake it, and then I'm going to watch the rewards roll in. Okay. So obviously I'm in a bunch of different pools here. When we go back, and remember in video 2, we're talking about my loan of, I have I think I have $111,000 loan right now out. on my B Luna on Anchor. If Luna ever starts to take a nasty dip or something, I might have to liquidate some of this, right? Sell it in order to put more cash into Anchor, right? To repay my loan so that it doesn't go underwater, right? But again, you saw my green lever there where I keep it fairly simple. Anyway, I don't want to get into Anchor. I'll probably get into that in the next video where I try to put a bow around things and tie it all up. But what I wanted to say is that, you know, again, this is a decentralized protocol. And, well, here's where you can get a quick overview of what each pool is paying. This APR is largely a function of fees and volume and also the price of Mir, right? We could expect this to almost double if the price of Mir doubles, right? So this could be reading 222. So that's another reason we stack this Mir while you can. I don't really worry about the APR that I see here as much as I do, hey, I want to be collecting these coins and then maybe selling them when I feel the price is too high, or just selling half of them, or rolling some of them into Luna, right? There's the queen bee, right? I don't even like to say queen bee. I like to say queen on the chessboard. The queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard. For all you chess players out there, you know that, right? What would you do without your queen? All right. So I told you how to pool, right? I'm not covering mint in this video, all right, because I don't want to be here all day. And I told you how to trade. Very, very simple. This is more simple than trading on Coinbase, people. This is outrageously awesome. And then the last part is the governance. Now this is very interesting. It looks like, yeah, there's nothing actually live right now. That's kind of interesting. But you can see all these proposals to add things, and you know, some idiot wanted to put on Virgin Galactic. Rejected, right? Didn't reach quorum. Of course, the S&P 500, this was one of the more recent ones that passed, right? Because everybody wants that sort of that exposure to the S&P. Okay, so this got added. So we can add things, and we can just shape this platform. It's kind of a theme that you're hearing from me. I've tried to make it a point to talk about governance a little bit in each one of these videos, because if you enjoy these protocols, you should get involved, right? And you should start to get active in the community, right? So here is the Agora, or not the Agora. It's actually just a forum for Mir.finance. But this is an example of a proposal that somebody was seeking community funds, because we have plenty of community funds to make this crap. And look at me. I said he wanted 22,000 Mir for this. I mean, that's like $130,000. I said, sorry, 22,000 Mir for this. You must be joking. I said, and we also had 3 dashboards in development. I actually did a video call with this guy that maybe just a few people have seen, where, I mean, you know, it was embarrassing for him, you know. And, you know, he basically apologized and said that he needs to step his game up and everything. And I was like, yeah, just way too greedy of an ask. I think it was him. He didn't say it was him, but, you know, we know it was him. He was trying to go for the money. So anyway, this got rejected, and I hope that I was a little bit instrumental in that. Anyway, that's governance, though, right? That's me getting involved and saying, no. We're not giving away the money on this protocol to some schmuck who's just trying to steal, not steal, but, you know, come on, right? So, but that's why we are actually part of this now, right? And that's why we are earning the fees too. And I'm so thankful to Doe and to Terra and to all the developers and everything, because, you know, we're building. I'm not building anything, right? I'm building the Nacho Research Lab, which you can right below if you want to join and get in part of a great community of freedom-loving people who find amazing projects like this. And you can get the help you need in crypto, because crypto is difficult. Crypto is full of scammers. You probably will lose your shirt. How many people in my group came to me and said, oh, Don, you know, I wish I came to you so much sooner. I wish I came to you so much sooner. Oh, thank you so much for what you're doing. You're welcome. That's why I'm doing this, right? As you can see, guys, I don't really need to do this, right? I mean, this represents a small portion of my portfolio, right? This money here. So I'm doing this because I love to do it. I'm passionate about it, and I'm not a developer. If I was a developer, I'd probably be, sitting in Terraform Labs somewhere, coding up the next great app. But I just don't have those skills. So I'm just trying to do what I can here and try to help crypto move forward. Okay. So anyway, I think I'm going to close that out. I hope you enjoyed this video on the Mirror protocol. I hope you learned how to make a trade, how to pool things, how to stake things, and all of the different options that you have, and get in there and see the price movements. Again, though, if the price of Tesla tanks, you can lose money, right? But there are stable assets in here like the S&P 500, gold, silver, oil. Let's say fairly stable, right? At least where you can have that sort of non-crypto exposure. And let me just say this, the way I use, in closing, the way I use the Mirror protocol now is basically as my cash position. I'm like all in on crypto, but whenever I want to take profits, right now what I'm doing is I'm taking it off the table and I'm rolling it. I'm rolling a good portion of that into Mirror, into here, right? And so while I'm, rather than just sit in a stable coin, rather than just sit in USDC or DAI or even UST, or UST on Anchor protocol, 20% at least, right? That's amazing. What I'm doing is I'm putting my money to work, earning these tokens by providing liquidity, and that's called yield farming. And that's sort of the essence of DeFi, right? We bring value to the platform and we get rewarded as a result. Okay, that's going to conclude the presentation on the Mirror protocol. I really enjoy this platform. Everybody that's using it is really enjoying it, as demonstrated by the numbers here, as demonstrated by the value locked on it. And I hope that you dig into it and take care. God bless, and bye-bye.